Hey, this is Joshua with New Review, coming at you with a new review on this season of Arrow so far. So the everything seemed to be going pretty well. There was some residual effects from the end of the last season. Oliver still mayor, though he has to now take care of his son, and the mother of his child died, so he has to care for him. His sister Thea, for most of the season, is in a coma. So with her out, I hope they have a nice exploration of her character, because she is an interesting character. I would really like to see some more growth with her. And the team is going pretty good. It was going pretty well at the beginning. Black Canary, Wild Dog got a new outfit, and Mr. Terrific and Spartan. Everyone's working pretty well together. However, Spartan, aka Diggle, it seems to be having some issues with his arm, and it's explained as residual effects from the explosion on the island, Lian Yu. And Black Canary is a little concerned, and they're trying to figure out ways to fix everything. And then Oliver comes under investigation for being the Green Arrow by the FBI, even though locals seem to be okay with him doing what he's doing. So Oliver has to put up the hood and focus on his son, William. Yeah, William. Why did I think Michael? Anyways, so Diggle, taking cues from when they were under the influence of the Dominators, takes up the mantle of the Green Arrow again, and the team follows behind pretty well. Everything seems to be going well. However, Caden James, who was the leader of Helix and introduced in season 4, but not seen much hide nor hair since, comes in as the big bad, and he is using Earth 2 Laurel, aka Black Siren, as a henchman, as well as a character introduced last season known as the Vigilante, although we don't find out about that till the mid-season finale. And everyone seems to be going pretty well, even though Oliver isn't able to do what he does best, which is being the Green Arrow. Everyone seems to trust Diggle, although Diggle starts to turn to drugs to keep his hand from shaking, because with his hand shaking it makes it hard to shoot bow and arrow or otherwise, and so it becomes a little bit of a liability. But with this drug he becomes slightly less of a liability, although if he's not able to get the drugs, he then becomes a liability. And the big crossover event, Crisis on Earth X, it was a very interesting one. And on top of that, the big bad from that crossover was Oliver from Earth X, who was Defiar. And Oliver ends up killing him because he's like a dark reflection of Oliver, what Oliver could have been. And it was really interesting seeing a truly evil Oliver. We kind of saw that in season 3 when he temporarily became a member of the League of Assassins. And that, seeing a truly evil Oliver, seeing the night and day between the two was very cool. As well as, and we'll talk about that with Supergirl. Anyways, and so Oliver then takes up the mantle of the Green Arrow again when they find out that there's someone who turned evidence on him, and we learn it's Renee, so that he could get a deal, so that he could be with his daughter, because that was a important part of his character arc last season, trying to get his daughter back. And so that leads to a massive invasion of privacy, because they don't know it's Renee. They think it's Dinah. and they think that because the vigilante turns out to be her partner and ex-boyfriend and boyfriend who she thought was dead, and the vigilante apparently has the ability as a meta to withstand massive amounts of damage. And this lack of trust causes a disintegration of the team, and it just leaves Felicity, Oliver, and Diggle right at like it was at the beginning. Uh, this and I really like this season because it's exploring Oliver as a dad, which is something we haven't gotten to see. It also explores the entire series without a single freaking flashback. This is the first season without a flashback, and last season was the last season on Lian Yu. So yeah, I really am enjoying the season so far. Looking forward to how they deal with Cade and James. This is Josh with New Review signing off.